see it.
Welcome, Shirish Dali. Finally.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Finally, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Now you know why I wear these glasses.
Yeah. The secret is out.
It's the world's worst kept secret. Welcome, Dali. Of course, Unsani, this is a complete honor and a privilege to finally have you on the show. And what's going on? How's everything going?
Everything is great. Sabbai ramailo bhara cha अहिले है.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on a new album after 4 years.
Oof. Well, I mean, the last album, Maramalai,
Yeah.
did phenomenally well.
Yeah, I think so.
एकदमै त किनभने I remember त्यति बेला चाहिँ म प्रिन्टमा काम गर्थेँ फ्रिलान्सको, and I had the first listen of, and I still listen to Manav Nidanov.
Manav Nidanov. Very relevant.
Which is more relevant now, I think.
Yeah. Always been.
Before we go on to the album that you're making, Maramalai 2014 Makopasi, what was the kind of feedback that you got? I mean, it's been 4 years that you've digested. We've all sort of soaked in the album. What are your takeaways from it?
I think it's done really good. अहिलेको हाम्रो music scene मा चाहिँ हैन त्यस्तो खाली like response चाहिँ I'm really happy with the response.
Yeah.
Maybe त्यस्तो टाइपको म्युजिकहरु आउनको लागि अब हामीले खाली बजाउनको लागि हुन्छ नि, it takes time to अलिकति सुन्नलाई पनि, like you said, you know, for people to digest, because there's nothing like that before, you know. त्यस्तो we're not playing एकदमै experimental त्यस्तो खाली music त हैन. Music is very भनौं न खास सुनिराकै टाइपको म्युजिक हो, तर when we sing in Nepali, I think that makes all the difference.
Yeah.
So त्यो हिसाबले चाहिँ like I think पहिला अति भयो अरु एल्बमहरु भन्दा पनि I think it's done really good.
Yeah.
I should say not satisfied, but I'm happy with it. Can never be satisfied.
That's a musician's perpetual pursuit of happiness.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, even Astiko show pani, people sing along to Maramalai, to Bhool.
Yeah, I know.
And you know, people picked it up.
That is crazy. That's one thing. Actually, too, you know, there are a few songs which obviously you know people like it and they'll sing along to it. I'm your wave rock ko, I think February ma bhayo the like closing sessions hamro Kathmandu Tuni khelna bhayo थियो. And that's when it really like.
Was that the video when they sang along Nistal, like the whole?
Yeah, the Nistal
video.
They were singing every songs.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know,
and
no words, very emotional, right?
Yeah.
Like when people sing your songs and they're just like fucking rocking out, you know, it's like making it their own. You know, that's the goal, that's the dream. So I'm like on behalf of the band, I think we should say, or not say, but we are very lucky to have people, you know, listen to us the way they do. For sure.
Well, they love you. That's
we love them right back.
Yeah, love you more.
All right.
And you talked about this sort of not exactly departure from what mainstream music structure or composition was with Maramalai. But Maramalai was visibly heavier in some parts. It actually was. Yeah. But you guys have been visibly heavier in all of your albums. Going straight back to the earlier albums. Again, you know, Maramalai being the huge success that it was, the 4 years that you weren't here. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your island life. Like you're turning into a Samoan every day.
Local Hawaiian.
You are turning into a Polynesian every day. I swear to God, one of these days, a haka is going to start the Albatross concert. Tell me how's the life with Ako?
Island life is slow. Boston Island is very rural, so ekdamai khas gaउँ हो. Maybe like 5 square miles is how much I travel in one day.
That's it.
Which is
like shorter than Kathmandu.
I know, right? No traffic. Like almost like a domestic life, although my wife would probably not agree with that.
She will hear this, you know that, right?
Yeah, right. No, but anyway, family life, दुईजना छोरीहरू छ, so just run around after them 24 hours a day. So getting a lot of like bonding time, which is great. The girls are great, so I think it's a good like change of scene for me too, because when I go back, like,
back to island life.
Yeah, not you don't have to go party, you don't have to like there's no concerts you need to attend, and we're like so far out. Like I like that isolation, so it kind of balances, so that when I'm back here, then I'm like out every night or whatever I need to do, so that's a good balance for me, I think.
I'm sure. Does that also help the songwriting process?
Songwriting for me is a little different. I think I have to soak in a lot of stuff before I can sit down and, after Maramalai, we were like touring so much. Even like, I remember we did like Duita US tour, then we were like in UK, Australia. So, and also the fact that, mero bachharu, they were like super young, so I didn't have the time to like really be creative. I think I met a lot of artists who went through similar things. There was a painter in Hawaii, and he was also saying the same thing. Like, since I had my kids, like it's been 5 years, I can't paint. Like I just stare at the canvas. It's like, okay, fuck it. And I think he got fired from his agent or whatever. It's like,
oh no,
either produce or you're fired type of guy. So I can't do this. So yeah, somehow I ended up there. There's a saying in Hawaii, like, does the island love you back? And I think it's loved me back. And for some reason, every time I'm in a low point in my life, like, I always end up on that island. I don't know. So there is that energy. I'm just thinking, Kathmandu, there's, we have so much, not just Kathmandu, but...
Just dropped his phone. Yeah. No, it's gone. He lost his phone. It's the highlight of the show.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't drop the phone. But yeah, I think Hawaii, Nepal as a whole is like in a vortex, right? So there's a lot of energy. I mean, like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but you just feel it, So always been good to me so far. It's helped me keep that balance. So just going with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're going to get into a lot of that. We're going to get into the story of also how I called you at 5 p.m. and you picked up the phone. You went, "Aloha, bhai."
Right.
I never thought I would hear those two words together ever in a sentence. So welcome back to the show, Radio 96.5. Here we are, just shooting the breeze, talking about different things, and the new album, of course. We touched upon it. Azuko, did you have, like, this is the first question I want to ask. Do you have songs pending that were going to make it to this album from before, or is this from scratch?
Kaha Janso, I think. Was that the only one? Probably that was the only one. त्यसपछि अहिले एउटा नयाँ सिंगल एउटा निकाल्न खोजिरहेको छु त्यो चाहिँ so usually हाम्रो songwriting चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि yeah, we usually have some like from the other हुन्छ नि, so that we just zero बाट start गर्न नपरोस् भन्ने हिसाबले. And maybe it also helps in terms of like एउटा there's like a bridge between the two albums. That one song would be the bridge. So that one song would almost have a feel of Maramalai, and then you get into, and also we don't like doing the same thing,
right?
So we're always trying to find something else. We don't want to stick to like, okay, Maramalai khali matre, and there's a variation just to surba hamro jo song आउँदाखेरि र हैन. Those are purely like experimental, whatever, blah blah गरेको हो हैन. तर त्यहाँबाट अब अति भयो is different.
It is.
And I think अलिकति we grew up listening like heavy stuff and like that is bound to come out. Most of the songs मैले निकाल्दाखेरि पनि like it's always like to grind, I like that kind of stuff. So grunge हैन. So there is, of course, हाम्रो गीतहरुमा छँदैछ त्यसको हैन.
Yeah.
So there's always that एउटा bridge, एउटा song listening, ठ्याक्क bridge गरे, and we work on something else, And some songs are like, we write it like maybe not say 5 years, but like whenever the other album is done, like we're already, not as a band maybe, but like there's already that, the thing is the songs are already brewing.
The foundation is being laid.
And this is, you just work on it. Like mero songwriting is just like, I just keep playing it, and just to see where that song takes me, just keep playing it. Sometimes like Nistal or just it's super sojilo khali oile herda. It's very simple song. It's not like anything. There's nothing to it,
But it's not.
Exactly. It took me so much time to like finally say like, okay, this song is done.
Yeah.
Because it was just like a 2-chord pattern. I don't know. You just play it like, wait, it needs to have something else. What is it? I don't know. So just keep playing, you keep playing, and then maybe lyrics are happy or something else. And if they're happy, I guess you come to a point where it's like, okay, I can't take this anywhere else. Like, this is not going anywhere else. This is it. त्यो छोरीको गीत पनि हैन अब most of the अति भएको गीतहरु पनि like I wrote it during like 2005-06 हुँदाखेरि के अनि छोरी पनि like the way it was, I guess मैले निकाल्दाखेरि त्यस्तै नै थियो तर it didn't feel finished. हुन्छ त्यो सके छैन, like it needs something else. I don't know, like yeah, I have this tune that like I don't know and this is you bring it to the band and bass also, drums also, whatever. Sonny after part also, and Avaya after also. This was like, oh, okay.
Starts finding a way.
Yeah. But what I found out with those two particular songs was like they were already done. Like when I,
took it to the band.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's an interesting process. So let's see. अहिले नयाँमा पनि छ एउटा त्यो गीतको नाम त राखेको छैन हैन, टाइटलहरु राखेको छैन, तर अब those songs खास हाम्रो त्यो all the tracking is done, vocals are done for those two songs, हैन. And yeah, similar, like she's like 6 years old. So उ जन्मिदाखेरि लेखेको गीत हैन. So didn't know where it was gonna go. Actually, there's a very interesting story behind it because it's a different song, but then it evolved into something else. But we're gonna keep like both of it. So that was a new, I guess, a way of writing for me, because I usually don't write like that. So anyway,
because life experiences, basically the same verse means something much more, maybe 6 years down the line, or did you add something that meant more, I guess?
Usually like,
or was the feeling just more wholesome?
More like even when I listen to our old songs, it changes every year to me, and that's what I like about it. It's not the same thing. It's like, that's why I like to write the abstract and vague, and then because you then kind of fill in your experience into the song, and that's how you own the song.
Yeah.
That's what happens to the audience. It's like once you make a song, it's not ours anymore. We sing it, but it's like
it's theirs.
Yeah. The reason people like it is, just why we like other songs as well. You can relate to it, and you're like, okay, yeah, this song was written for me or whatever.
It's like a bookmark in your life. Yeah.
So every time there's that vagueness, I really like the abstract vagueness of of art.
Well, I remember asking you back in Tiamo, the old Tiamo.
Yeah, I miss that place, man.
It's still up.
It's
just called Firefly now.
Yeah.
But the old that vibe in that old place was just amazing.
Yeah.
I remember asking you when Maramalai came out, and you asked me which song did you like the most. I said, well, I like Manav Nidanav, but I really like Bool. And then I asked you, what does it mean? He said, well, that's for you to figure out.
That's your interpretation, right?
And you know what? And as a songwriter, Teo Kuratse, maybe that was something that stuck with me all this time writing songs as well. Is the fact that Tapale Teo, it's like people sing back, I don't know, thinking out loud to Ed Sheeran, but they have these completely different set of experiences to what he wrote.
Of course,
the song with, I guess. And I think that's what I took away that day. And the fact that you didn't answer my question.
Yeah, like, when you say something, then you're almost like boxing it.
Yeah.
Then it's like, maybe you don't, not everybody's gonna have the same opinion, same experience. Like आगै छुँदाखेरि पनि हैन, पोल छ भन्नु त थाहा छ हामीलाई हैन, तर त्यो पोलाई is different.
Yeah.
हामीलाई अब everybody has a different experience of the polai. Polne, the general, we know the idea of that polne.
Yeah.
So similarly, like I think it's a very postmodern way of thinking. Like pala artists were like, okay, this is what I tried to create, or like just have a painting or something like, they kill realism, you know. That's like maybe we think like, oh, jati accurately portray गर्न सक्यो, that's good. And then when somebody does like 5 lines or something, it's like, what the fuck is that?
What
you
does
know?
it
तर you have to go back into it, like like understand कुन situation मा लेखेको हो, कसरी बनाएको हो, किन बनाएको हो, what is the political scenario, whatever, you know, philosophy behind it, the idea behind it, त्यो सबै गरेर, and this is, you know, you interpret it, right? So postmodern thought मा चाहिँ, it's like once you create art, then you hand it over, like the audience participation is also required for that particular artwork to be complete. So I take that kind of approach. I'm a guitar, just leave like blank spaces, and you know, people will listen to it and they will make it their own.
Yeah, that's true. Welcome back to the show, Radio Nagarik 96.5, in conversation with the man, the myth, the legend.
The myth.
Samoa. Shirish Dali in the house. Of course, we've been talking a lot off here, man. I mean, if you could record all that shit, that'd be some good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the homecoming. You came back. You've played a few shows now. That first of all, you know, how's the vibe this time around? What are you feeling?
It's growing. Oh, you want to ask it? Like, it's definitely growing, and people are more perceptive, I guess. And yeah, you know, just make use of our population, right? Like singing Nepali, I think that also carries some weight. So, and yeah, it's never been better.
Yeah, well, that's true. There's a lot of
but there's always room for improvement.
Oh yeah, it's everlasting struggle. That's the exactly. Yo pali चाहिँ this time around, of course, हजुरले you played the 6th anniversary. You've had intimate shows like we talked about at Base Camp. The feedback from the people, right, has always been so vehemently, viscerally, एकदमै loving towards Albatross.
Yeah,
it's always been like that. Like as far as I've seen.
Very grateful for that.
Espali, have you seen a change? Is it the same sort of, you know?
Yeah, I think so. Like,
froth at the mouth.
Yeah, like people are very into the band. I think those people that listen to our songs, they know all the songs, they know all the lyrics. Everyone has to get like it's crazy. It's crazy, and I think it's a good thing, not just for the band, it's for the industry as well. But we just need other, like we talked about, like some kind of like Nepali-ness in the original, like the bands that do original music. Like we still need as much as we can get to somehow have that Nepali-ness.
Yeah,
you know, like not reinvent the wheel. You know, have your influences, but do your thing.
Yeah, just
right.
Get new rims.
Yeah, get new rims. Get new tires.
Get new tires. Yeah. You've had a chance to see a lot of new bands. Have you had a chance to see a lot of new bands this time?
I try and go out as much as I can, I don't like. I can't go to every other shows either. So new bands भन्नाले मैले को हेरेर everybody अहिलेको लागि अब त्यही बाहिरबाट आएर उनीहरु हामीहरु भयो हैन.
Ami is pretty dope.
Yeah, they're
Ami
great.
is pretty dope.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're great. त्यसै बर्तिकाको हेरेको थिएँ. त्यस्तो मेटल शोहरु चाहिँ म त्यति गएर हुँदैन. अनि जहिले पनि हाम्रो के रे विशालहरुको छ नि ब्यान्ड.
Which one?
Fuck.
All I can think is Vishal J. Walker when you say Vishal.
No. Anyway, उनीहरुको जहिले पनि हेर्छु भनेर गयो हैन. सुशीलहरु छ नि. 3 members.
Oh, of course. Neck deep in film.
NDIF.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I always try and watch those guys because I feel like they're super genuine, right? And
they're releasing cassettes, I think.
I know, like
I
Who
love
does
it.
that, right?
I love that.
So original, right? एकदम मनपर्छ मलाई तिनीहरूको है लाइक एभ्रिथिङ दे डु तर मैले राम्ररी तिनीहरूको हेर्नै पाएको छैन क्या जहिले पनि पुग्दा कि ढिलो भइसक्यो हुन्छ कि माथि अरे ल सक्यो सो इट्स माई ओन होइन not that they're doing anything, they're just performing. I just need to be there.
Neck Deep in Filth is great on stage, and the sheer size of everyone in that group also just makes it, because Vishal is and then Sushil is like just looks like a circus. It looks so good. I love it. It's normal.
Just that's what I mean, like originality. Like right there, that's
true.
That's attractive.
So when's the next album dropping?
We're thinking maybe like Nepali New Year's around that time.
Wow, fantastic.
So we're almost done with the album. So let's say it's a little different from the last. So
and that one was different from the last too.
That one was different from the last. So maybe it just takes about 5-6 years or even 10 years for people to like really soak it in. But I think it's become a little bit faster. Maybe, I don't know. Just because you have a name.
Do you think you guys were ahead of your time in certain aspects?
I don't know about that. Our music, like I said, we're not like this. We're not doing anything super different in terms of music, right? But just the fact that we sing in Nepali, I think the way I sing in Nepali, like there's the mix of what is familiar, but then it's in Nepali, and then there's the songwriting part, so you understand and you can relate to. So I think that's what it is.
And I say this because when Sacred came out, like that was so fresh and new. Yeah. From the fact that I never heard anybody do that.
Like, me neither.
Yeah, I know, right? And I mean, maybe it takes people some time, as you said, to digest the whole thing, and then sing the songs back to you and stuff. Maybe that takes a period. Welcome back to Radio 96.5. We're in the last quarter of the show. This is where the Steph Currys make all the magic happen.
3-pointers.
3-pointers galore.
Yep.
Do you follow basketball?
I used to, but like nowadays I'm just like the highlights.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Plus the island is like 4 hours from the normal time.
Yeah, pretty much.
From the mainland.
From the mainland, New York, East Coast, maybe 7 hours.
God, that's like another
time difference. Yeah. So it's Hawaii, it's like
it's a different country. It altogether, I'm sure. Yeah. As we round up this show, we've talked about a lot today. Actually, we talked about songwriting, and this is going to be a good manual for any blossoming songwriters who are actually wondering. This was a masterclass, basically.
Masterclass.
This is a masterclass.
I don't know if I qualify, but
I think you overqualify at times. But what are we looking forward to? I mean, of course, you talked about album Circa, Nepali New Year Auna Success to Kurasa. What else are we looking forward to?
So we're trying to do like just streamline how we work things in the music industry. So like online presence, videos, most of the songs that we write have stories behind them. So we want to portray that through videos. Sometimes they don't, but we still want to make videos.
Are you talking about Manav Nidhanu?
Yeah, Manav Nidhanu,
But I like that. That was like new technology.
Yeah, of course. So we're not like scared to try new things.
Yeah.
Again, maybe what the fuck is that? And so in 10 years, just like the songs people are listening to right now, it's like it's not.
Yeah.
But people like it, and when you like it,
Yeah.
Maybe same thing with the videos, and again, like some might be good ones, some might be blah, and that's how it is, life, man. But yeah, we wanna like also in terms of like the videos, we wanna do something different than what's in the market. So so we're trying to explore that. This was just streamline like online revenue, offline revenues, and also trying to create like a nice pattern or like some kind of system when you go out tour in Nepal too, गार्गो रहेन कि हुन्छ नि like you do it like a nice way, proper way.
You guys were probably one of the first people who did that. Even when you were touring the States.
Yeah, the States was
When
pretty intense.
Suncha Dali was twice this size he is right now.
That's probably how he lost weight.
All the touring?
Yeah.
Oh, could be.
And I thought it was pretty intense. Like, it's not the first time any band did it. And
Yeah.
again, like, maybe Nepal ko hola, because everything was self-funded. Yeah, it's, like I said, it's not the first time any band in the world did it. But, we just, Nepali...
But you showed how to us, basically, in a way.
Maybe at Nepali usma,
For
but
Nepali context,
it wasn't like, there was already a way, like, you had an idea, like, okay.
Blueprints
do
it
this.
here.
Yeah. The Nepalma चाहिँ अब नभएको हैन, there's been people touring around. There's a different way people used to do it, but we want to do it like our way.
That getting inside a car, putting on your stuff and driving.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just trying out new stuff, There's no real template. कसरी गर्ने यसरी नै गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने छैन नि त. And plus I like I don't know, like devising a new way of something that works for everybody, like there's a way people do things, and I've been doing, but then if there are things that don't work, how do you improve on that? That's the only thing.
Well, I mean, that and couple that with the fact that you've also probably laid the groundwork down for Nepali songwriting and how the approach to Nepali songs as well. Because it took us a long time to find that Western influence but a Nepali, like, how do we find our voice wala kura थियो?
Yeah.
Because we're so influenced, and
there's nothing wrong with that.
Why be ashamed of it? I mean, I listen more of James Hetfield than Nolina Chitrakar, but that's how I grew up. But I think you taught us. I mean, you're one of the first few people who actually brought that to us as well.
It was a very scary thing for me as well. I don't know how to write it in Nepali.
And Niran Manandar?
Yeah, Bull चाहिँ उसले लेखेको थियो. Maybe I think उसले मलाई भनेको थियो actually. उसले गीत चाहिँ मलाई पठाइदियो हैन. So he had like two different things, so I just had to like make it work somehow. Because songwriting and like writing a thing is very, I think there are two different things. You know? So some people are like, I don't consider myself a poet or anything, or even like, I just write songs. That's it. Let's just keep it at that. There are people that write like really good Nepali stuff, and I read, and then I'm like, very intimidated, and I'm like, wow, damn, it's too khatra shit. And then you look at my stuff, and I'm like, what am I doing? This sucks, man. But I guess the music helps it, like express. But also like 10 minute ma when you have to express something, because I write everything after the music is done. So all the music I episode matre and this was listen to it, and then what makes how that music makes me feel. Okay. And this is, I try and pick a theme, and then I
always. Is that how it's always been?
Yeah, that's always how it's been.
So the music comes first.
The music always comes first.
Damn. I don't know.
So lyrics ma चाहिँ अब जस्तै यिनीहरुले त मलाई पहिल्यै दियो नि त lyrics हैन. So there's few ones, एक दुईवटा छ जस्तै भुल भयो, अनि त्यसपछि अरु कुन चाहिँ छ? भुल अहिले अवेकोमा एउटा छ के, अवेको एउटा गीत गरिरहेको छ हैन. So I think those are the only ones that, not that usually I write the music with, either it's going to be with, that's very rare actually. Sabai pala music also, and this is my day. It's
like reading Braille for you, isn't it? Because you have to get the feel of the whole thing.
Yeah, so what is that mean? What does this music want, I don't know how that works either. That's how I do it.
That's for you. That you can save that for your real masterclass.
I mean, I can't teach anybody anything, I just know how to do it, and that's about it. Like,
well, I can tell you one thing. I had this conversation with Nirandai when he was in Austin. When he's still in Austin, right? And I asked him, like, how do you write songs? Like, I just bluntly asked him, how do you write songs? And maybe he had a few drinks, I don't know. But he came back, he said, bye. He said, he said, if you can write a love song without using man or maya, that's a good song. I said, that's an interesting, it's a very, like, don't use obvious words.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I try to stay away from that as well. When he gave me that song, so I had to like pick and choose from two of his stuff, right? I mean, whatever made sense. Like, there was two things, and saying, oh, this works over here. This was Idauda Milanda, and this was so. Ani bhul banaउँदाखेरि चाहिँ, so I had that music जुन भुलको छ त्यो चाहिँ मैले अस्टिनमै निकालेको थिएँ क्या त्यतिकै I was just playing around and I was like damn कहिले काहीँ चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ it just like fits in the music you know like you don't have to try it's just like there's a flow and like what the fuck just happened, you know?
I think we just coagulated
it's like something happened man okay I'll go with it अनि भुल पनि त्यस्तै भयो अनि त्यसै त्यो उसलाई सुनाउँदाखेरि उ त like what मैले त अब हुन्छ नि मैले त के सोचिरहेको थिएँ होइन गीत कस्तो हुन्छ भने सोचिरहेको गीत त कस्तो भयो होइन भुलै भुलमा भुल तर उसमा पनि राम्रै थियो भुलै भुलमा भुलेछु आज भुलै भुलमा भुल भयो like you know there was that pun but yeah I thought it was pretty nice it worked
well it did and man I mean we're really looking forward to the new album like I really have to say that we're I mean and I speak from a musical fan perspective before a musician.
Thank you very much, bro.
Looking forward to it really because I mean you know when I heard Ati Boy for the first time I'm like dang
what is this
what the hell just happened well and before we part you have to give me when you're playing next.
I think we're playing together.
We're playing first time ever.
First time ever?
That's
really?
the first time ever we're playing together.
Okay.
Well, this time Suncha I won't kick me in my backside. Do you know the story? Do you know the story?
No.
Well, I deserved it.
What happened?
You don't know the story?
No.
Should I say this on air?
I don't know.
Well, it was the tribute to grunge, and I was really scared, and I was really nervous. I was new to the industry, right?
Yeah.
So I ended up drinking a lot. So by the time...
So you're drunk.
So when I got on stage, we were singing Black Hole Song, which I sang completely off.
I don't know the story.
And... I remember, you know, the part where he stops and goes, hang my head. When he does that part, right? So I was on all fours and I put my head down on the beam at Purple Haze.
Damn.
Right? And I've been drinking all day, so my body temperature is up. And the beam is cold. So as soon as I hit the beam, I slept.
On stage?
On stage. I slept. And I heard this somewhere from behind. He said, Ut beore! And I feel this big hurt on my ass. And I go, black hole, son.
It's time to sing.
It's time to sing. I went right into that. I mean, yeah, that's how I am. So, yeah, we're going to be sharing the stage.
No, it's happened to me too. Yeah. Sometimes you just, that one peg is here, extra.
I feel better. Yeah. And that's what just offs you. So, we're again, December 29th, Moksha. Albatross is playing with a lot of great bands, actually. Kazuki is there.
I think we have a lot of bands.
There's a lot of bands. I think we still need to update the people.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty solid card. Like, it's a very solid rock show card.
Yeah, everybody's playing. Like, all the bands.
All the bands are playing that shit. Yeah. Damn. I mean, Cobweb's there. Then they have a flight to Dubai in the evening. The same day. Damn. That's the rockstar life.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the rockstar life.
Tumbleweed are playing?
No, I think Tumbleweed is playing Lamjung that day.
Oh, really?
They'll be out of town.
Nevaz, Muktidai.
Yeah, Nevaz, Muktidai, Kazuki, Space, ASM. It's going to be a pretty good show, I think. I look forward to it.
Good lineup, for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dai. Thank you so much. If you have any last words to all the fans, because there's a lot of fans tuned in.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll keep you posted. Naya गीतहरु almost ready छ तर अब निस्किन्छ बिस्तारै बजारमा.
Yeah, of course. And this Nepali New Year is
Please listen to us.
Yes, please do. And listen to the whole album. We need to get the album culture back. Yeah. I want the album culture back. Thank you so much, Dai. Loved this. Absolutely loved this. Thank you so much.